Hello, I'm Univer. This is my second time of my self-introduction. The first time, it's just a usual one, so today, a little bit in detail. Japanese and after that in English. Uh, my first school for 3 years in charge of the class, it's a normal class, elementary school. Uh, I was so young after the university. I graduated from the university. I want to teach every child to understand the study. So I try to take care of the students who couldn't understand well, not good result, but even though I taught them in the breaks or on Saturday. Not good result, even though I let them come to school to learn on Saturdays with lunch. Also, I also brought my lunch, but it was not good result. So sad. And sorry, it's a Japanese title. I moved to the small school because I want to teach uh, each child. So I wanted to move a small size school. The second year of my teaching, I was in charge of the first grades. In Japanese, 1年生, maybe 6 years old. So I thought it is the same start line. I can teach every child well, but I couldn't. There were big differences among children. That's of course, but I was young, I couldn't understand. Why do some of the students, sorry, misspelling, cannot understand such an easy things? I wondered. My senior teacher asked me to join the meeting, and I did. I was amazed how deep it is to teach hiragana. It's a Japanese alphabet. It's easy for Japanese to learn, but uh, how deep it is to teach hiragana, Japanese alphabet, I just realized. I want to teach more small class, so I decided to move to the small school. Sorry, the Japanese title. I moved to the special need school, the school for the special needs students. The students' number was about half compared with the normal school, but also not good result I had expected. So I really want to teach individually. Although I had no experience, I moved to the school for disabled. Big culture shock I had. Teachers, students, school itself, and so on. Sorry, also the title is Japanese. The first culture shock. I was overwhelmed with many young women's teachers who are very happy, enthusiasm of the children and their parents. So energetic, school itself is energetic. It was a culture shock. I didn't have anything I could rely on. I didn't know what I should. No textbook, notebooks. They did not usually use the desks. What should I teach? The first thing I could do was how to put on and take off the shoes, how to handle their stuffs, how to change the clothes, to teach words, numbers, phrase, and so on. I had to change what education was. That was a big change what the education means. Sorry, the same thing. The title is Japanese. What I thought about school for the special needs. I was shocked with the parents' words. You are not Apollo, as you are an elementary teacher, you cannot understand our parents' feelings. Above all, I was amazed that I heard many mothers thought about suicides as they had disabled children, should be children. Through these experiences, I came to think it is important to male, not male, MAKE should be, make the society which the disabled child can live happily. Also, their parents can live happily. Many decisions the teacher must make for the special need class. Decision making is very important, but the school is always Kocho sensei, it's a principal, vice principal, or the teachers who is in charge of the school. Those teachers can make decisions. The other teachers need to follow. But I moved to the elementary school again, and I was in charge of the class for the special need children. There were many differences compared with the normal classes. The most important, most big difference is the teacher, myself, needs to make many decisions. Example, what to teach individually, the textbook, what I should use, how to take part in the school activities. No one could not answer my questions. Even the Board of Education in Shizuoka did not know, should be KNOW, know how to treat them. I was introduced to teachers who had had good experience. There was no good spelling, but I was introduced to a teacher who had had good experiences, so I learned a lot from that teacher. That was good help. In Japan, the school year begins in April and ends in March, but the class for disabled children had to continue to have been taken care of. Sorry, Japanese, it doesn't need. The teachers have to follow the order which year to take care of. At that time, we had 2 classes for the disabled children, depending on the ages. Also, for the new student, we had council time. The peer teacher was always very young, so I had to in charge of the classes. I had to continue that job for 5 years. Because no one could decide what to teach the students, I could have some freedom to teach, which made me interested. So, not so good thing, but some good thing, both I had experienced. The second time the school was a special need. Although I did not want, they made me move the school for the special need again. The first time for junior high school. It was good to know the students' lives after elementary school. The study through some works. Important learning in order to take part in the society. The first time for senior high. Sorry, Japanese still has. Think about the life after school. The big post to take care of the teachers always decision making. My post, my position is big, was big. So, how to treat the classes, human relationships, school arrangement. I had to in charge of those big school things. I had to make decisions. Everything was my first experience. I thanked for many people's help. The second time the class for the special need. The first time not to in charge of the class. Maybe I was getting old. School life was good students. So school itself is very good feeling atmosphere. As a former teacher had done a good job. The teaching can affect the whole school atmosphere, I felt. I tried to decide the classes depending on the level of kind of the student disabled. Before that, depending on the ages, I met the Asperger student who has a high IQ, but I had a difficult relationships with the student and his parents. But gradually, we had good relationships. Elementary, the school who has special need through student join the normal class and sometimes come in order to learn relationship. Sorry, no need, Japanese. I don't need Japanese class who has special need through students. It's very difficult to translate. 通級指導 in Japanese. It belongs to the normal school, but the class is students every day doesn't come to that class. The student belong to the normal class, and depending on the disabled or need, they need to, or I need to decide the day or the time, and those time or day, the student or their parents come to that class, especially relationship with others or things they cannot learn in the normal class. This was the first experience for elementary. So in this prefecture, nobody have done before. I had no idea, so I checked every information. One teacher who I found in the internet came to be a big model. I imitated. I had many troubles again, but I could manage to do that. And after that, I moved to junior high school, 通級指導, 通級教室. It's the same thing. Elementary school I did, so I had to make the same kind of class at the junior high. This is my first time normal junior high school. I was moved to the normal junior high school, and that class, 2Q class, it belonged to the normal junior high, and also students belong to the normal junior high, and they decide, or I decide, the day and time, and they come to the class. Their parents might come to the class, and we learn the things which they couldn't learn in the normal class is, especially the relationship, making relationship with others. It was a very big culture shock. I asked some teachers in other prefectures. They sent many faxes soon. Through those experiences, I realized we need handbook for the class, those special need class, because we don't have the handbook. Every job had been done by the teacher who was in charge of. Many worries and troubles, including solutions. I realize it is important to make the handbook which has my experience or other teachers' experience. Many teachers took part in making the handbook. We hope it will help the people who have the same difficulties. I believe, there is no way in front of me, there is a way after me. I want to do my best, little by little from now on. Thank you very much for listening. Goodbye, see you again.